The nerds will inherit the copier world, folks. They will. They certainly will. Don't you worry about that, guys and girls. It will happen. See if we can make this one come up a treat. Gonna leave it at 100. I'm going to leave the red out. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here a magazine called Bella Ray, and we're interested in, if I can get the page. This one says Just Love. Love is such a common theme in this society, not just in the old days, but in modern society. And yet I don't see much love going around. It doesn't seem to be all that infectious, unlike the dreaded coronavirus we're dealing with now. So I'm just going to put it on the glass. I'm going to maybe enlarge it a little bit. But yeah, the coronavirus is catching, but love isn't. And people think they know what love is. Well, most people don't. It's one of those things that you hear a lot in music and TV and movies, shit. You hear a lot about it, but it doesn't seem to be there. I don't see it playing out in real life, from what I know of it. But basically, yeah, I don't see much of it going round. You're more likely to catch the coronavirus, it seems, than to catch love. Now that looks interesting, colour-wise. We've cut the top of it off, which we didn't want. But it looks nice, the colours. But yeah, it's really amazing how most people just don't seem to, including my father. I asked my father when I was a 10-year-old, what is love? And he replied, what is love? It's like, fuck, he's answering my question with the same question. What a fucking idiot. But then most people, that was an obvious example, At least he was being honest, I suppose. I suppose that's one thing I can basically say about my father, is that at least he was being honest. He wasn't faking it, he wasn't pretending that he knew. He just was being honest in the best way he knew. But to this day, I don't see him full of love. And he treats me like shit. He treats me with contempt, so he's not able to love. He studies philosophy at this stupid school of practical philosophy, but I don't see any changes. I don't see love in him. He's not looking in the right place. It's an empty kind of a belief system that they have, these people who follow the school of practical philosophy. It doesn't come across as something really practical in terms of love. It doesn't come across very practical. It's called the School of Practical Philosophy, if I remember correctly, but he basically I don't see anything practical when it comes to showing love. It's all robotic. You do good work, you do good works, you do gardening and shit. You devote your time to doing gardening and stuff in the grounds of this place. It's a very nice looking place where this so-called practical philosophy place is. It's a very nice grounds, and there's a lot of, it looks very almost enchanting. It's like an enchanted garden kind of a feel. So you can understand that maybe Dad thinks he knows what love is because he's appreciating the beautiful flowers and the gardens there. There's a beautiful place where this school is located. I've been a couple of times in the past, but it's not my cup of tea. I don't see actual love in that place. I don't feel it. I don't sense it. Yeah, this is a bit too... Let's get close to the edge. I don't sense any kind of true love in that place. I don't feel anything. I feel the enchantedness. Don't get me wrong. I feel the enchantedness of the gardens and that, but I don't feel actual a sense of love in the true sense of the word. It's a beautiful place, but it's just, I don't feel like there's any sense of love in that place. The people, but my dad swears by it, and he's always going to the meetings and that. He seems to think it's a form of what's the word? What's the word to describe self-improvement? That's the term. He sees it as a form of self-improvement, I think, and he thinks that but by doing these things and that he's doing something good, but he's not helping mankind. He's not doing anything special. He's just caught in a loop. I don't know for sure, but I think it's a cult. I think the School of Practical Philosophy might be classified as a cult. I'll have to do some research on that. So I don't really think if it is a cult, that's not good. Not good. A cult. So yeah, my dad is looking in all the wrong places for love, and he's not going to find it there. And the strange thing is, we still haven't run out of toner, even though, you think we would have by now. That's really odd. So yeah, just love. But yeah, I just don't see my dad exhibiting any symptoms that he knows what love is. Let's see how this looks. Okay, there we have it. That looks really quite nice. Just love. Whatever. I'm just wondering if we should do maybe a switcheroo of these. But yeah, I just don't see my dad improving himself through this School of Philosophy. I've never approved of it. I've never agreed with my dad's attending this silly course or this silly program. I think it's more of a program. I don't see my dad improving or becoming a nicer person, more understanding. I just don't see it. He worships some kind of goddess called the Gita, and that, to me, that's not a very good thing. If you worship something like that, some religious kind of thing, Yeah. Anyway, I'm actually thinking this is probably a better arrangement. I think now we can call this demo quits.